and wanted to do a stream for you guys today. I had to go into the office. Usually we're doing these live streams at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, but today we're doing it here the minute I get a chance, because I do have some news for you guys that I want to share with y'all in this stream. So buckle up. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm not driving, so I'm not actually buckled up. I don't need to be. So there's a couple stories I want to get through, but I do just want to do a general Q&A kind of with everybody out there and talk with you about what we're seeing here in this crypto market right now. We got 23 folks watching. Quite a few people are just hopping in, getting going here. How's it going? Be God in the chat. How's it going? So yeah, you saw it in the title of this video. GameStop is buying Bitcoin, which isn't frankly that surprising to me. GameStop has been a failing company for an extended period of time. They've been shutting down stores all the time. They've just been shutting down store after store and really struggling as an organization. And, you know, a while ago, Jim Cramer, famous Jim Cramer, who, you know, everybody likes the inverse Jim Cramer theory, myself as well, but Jim Cramer came out and said, you know, hey, GameStop, as they're struggling, you know, GameStop should just buy some Bitcoin. And I think he said it as sort of a joke, because Jim Cramer himself has been a flip-flopper on Bitcoin as is. He's been flip-flopping around on Bitcoin for a very long time, but recently has just flipped bullish on it again, it seems. And anyway, GameStop must have heard Jim Cramer, or more likely, just seen the success of some other companies that have absolutely not, you know, taken the advice of other people who said, you know, buying Bitcoin is stupid. Like, for, you know, MicroStrategies. MicroStrategies has been buying Bitcoin on their balance sheet, despite what people, you know, the media, if you look at the media and the reporting on MicroStrategy, for years, it was negative, negative, negative. Now, you know, there's talk about where if Bitcoin was to go to $1 million, with the positions that MicroStrategies and Michael Saylor is holding right now, they would stand to be up $500 billion, $500 billion, which is, it's just mind-blowing money. That's mind-blowing money, guys. John, love the snow. Need this. No, I'm not moving. Just sitting in a parking, because I can't do this live stream in my office. That's a little bit much. I sell insurance during the day, and so yeah, not about to do a live stream about crypto in front of you know, my insurance coworkers. But you know, for all I know right now, they could be watching at the lunch table. I don't know. I'm sure some of them are subscribers. Maybe getting a chuckle out of it, which is fun. So a lot of people don't understand the YouTuber thing, but then when you start to talk to them about, like, yeah, you know, we got 46,000 subscribers or whatever, well, clearly people want to learn about crypto, which is why we relentlessly bring this content to you guys all the time. And now this story about GameStop, guys, is pretty cool, because they're going to now put Bitcoin on the balance sheets. And what if that's the thing that saves GameStop? And to think that that's a possibility, and in fact, it might even be likely at this point that this is going to happen, then you really start to wonder, you know, when they do this, and if this is successful, and I think it would be successful, you know, there's probably going to be a lot of other companies that jump on the bandwagon. Now, we've already seen a lot of organizations jumping on the crypto bandwagon. Tons. And just earlier, I was doing a little quick scan of what was going on, just to have a couple news stories, but I do want to do a lot of Q&A in this. So please throw some comments in the chat down below, and just tap that like button if you haven't done so already. How's it going, Daryl? Good to see you from the car today. Yeah. But what I was saying is, you know, with this GameStop deal, when this is successful, think of all the other companies that are going to do it. Like today, I saw another story about a pension fund, I think in South Carolina, putting Bitcoin as an option for the pension fund, which is, again, probably a good idea. It's not like Michael Saylor is just buying Bitcoin because he's going to the casino. He's buying Bitcoin because he genuinely believes that it's going to be huge. And it already has been huge. And when you really take a look at the success that MicroStrategies has had, it's been tremendous. Now, a news story just came out recently as well regarding Michael Saylor. that when he passes away, and I think he's got a while before, he dies, but, morbid, but that's what he's been talking about. He says that he will do a gift for the Bitcoin and crypto community and basically destroy his wallets, burn his Bitcoin, all of his Bitcoin. It's an interesting one. I need to dive into it more because as a company for MicroStrategy, I don't think the company's going to want to just set that money on fire. And then if you've got, I don't know if Michael Saylor has a family, perhaps I should look into this as well. But if he's got a family Michael Saylor, are you telling me you're not going to give anything to your grandchildren like that? I hope he does. Okay. I think he will. Maybe he's got billions of other dollars. It's not a problem for him. What's a couple billion among some friends, right? I mean, $1 billion is a number that will blow your mind. You don't need $1 billion. Nobody needs $1 billion. Heck, anybody that's got over $20 million is never going to have a problem again ever in their life unless they, lose it all on Pepe or something like that, which, 20 millionaires are not. They're not gambling on Pepe. Maybe they are. Maybe they have some fun with it. But not to say that I don't think Pepe has some upside. I certainly think Pepe has some upside. But, that's just kind of the reality situation. So Michael Saylor is going to destroy all his Bitcoin and burn it for all the Bitcoin holders out there, burning, 500,000 Bitcoin, which is like 2.5, a little over 2.5% of the entire supply of BTC. That's pretty significant. So can you imagine a burn of 2.5% of all the BTC? Wouldn't that be wild? But I don't think it's going to be all the BTC because, again, it's not like he holds all that Bitcoin. It's MicroStrategies that holds all that Bitcoin, and I don't know. I gotta do some more digging into that. But Harvey Downing in the chat says, I have DCA some Crow today. Been a while since I topped up. Harvey, I want to know, were you buying on that dip around the news of the 70 billion token unburn? I'm curious if you were. Jason Ramirez in the chat is asking, where do you see Turbo going in the bull run? Turbo, I've seen that coin. It's on Ethereum. I think that Ethereum's not the hottest thing right now. I think it's going to have a nice bull run. I think we could see Ethereum get up to $10,000 possibly in this bull market, maybe 8K. But Turbo, if ETH pumps, will probably get a pump, and it's a meme, and so it's not an all-in strategy. If you got all your money in on Turbo, it's a coin that realistically 99% of people haven't even heard about. I have because, I'm a degen and I talk about crypto every day. I've been here for this whole bull market and seen all the little things from from Turbo to Wojak on ETH to whatever. I mean, you name it, to the PSYOP. Do you guys remember that? Seeing it all. Ben coin. And now there's the pivot. Let's talk about Ben. Ben Armstrong, the end of an era, officially arrested. He is behind bars, facing up to 3 years in prison. He had some charges against him that because he fled or because he evaded a court case, he missed his court, they escalated these to felonies. And now Ben Armstrong is a convicted felon. I don't know if he's convicted officially, but he has been arrested. He is in custody, is what the rumor is, after having been on a multi-year tirade rant. Carlos stole his Lambo. He cheated on his wife. He abandoned his family, and he blames everybody for his problems except for himself, except for sometimes he blamed himself, but then he would end up just blaming everybody else in the end anyway. End of an era. It's been wild. It is time for BitBoy to reflect on his decisions. He's made some bad decisions. Now, maybe some of you guys don't know this, but, he did have some problems with some substance abuse back in the day. I think he's back on some of that problematic stuff, and, he claims not, but look at Ben Armstrong, and there's a few takeaways from that. He had a gambling problem. He had a substance problem. He had an ego problem. He had a big ego problem. He was the BitBoy. He had one of the biggest YouTube channels in all of crypto And he blew it because he disrespected his coworkers. Maybe they disrespected him. I still don't know what happened in that, but at this point, you can't help but think it's kind of on BitBoy. You know, he threw it all away. And what I want to remind you guys is when you are a winner in crypto and taking profits, you know, you don't have to bring it back all to the table. You know, if you take some profits and you shuffle $10,000 aside in profit or something, you don't have to go and put it on the next thing. You could take $1,000 and put it back in if you'd like to. And then as you make more income, you know, you could DCA in over time. But when you take profit, it's good to take profit and buy into the stock market a little bit, or pay off your car, or pay off your house, and do things like this. Now, for Ben, it seems like he just kept going and doubling down, and not even necessarily from the investment standpoint. I can't really speak to that as much, but he had it made. He had one of the largest YouTube channels in all of crypto, and he blew it. You know, he blew it because he didn't take his profit, so to speak, with his channel and just realized that he had a good thing going. He really blew it's the opportunity to be the face of crypto. He was the face of crypto for a very long time. So, you know, he blew the alarm on Sam Bankman-Fried first. Yeah, he was one of the OGs. You know, he's got a lot of history. I just think, yeah, he really did. Maybe it was around that time. Is that FTX collapse time where he lost it and he went off the rails, and it's a sad, sad story. And so, you know, be grateful, guys. Be humble. You know, if you're down right now in your portfolio or in life, you know, there's always a brighter time ahead. If you're up right now, don't be greedy. Don't be overly cocky. Don't be overly confident, right? Be real. Be realistic. Shuffle profits. Excuse me. Oh, choking on my nothing. Don't be greedy. Take profits and zoom out. Zoom out in life. Zoom out in crypto. And then speaking on the crow thing, you know, Harvey Downing says, sold some of my crow a couple months ago, around 20 cents. Unfortunately, I didn't buy the $70 billion FUD, but in my opinion, it's one of those things where I don't think it's worth it until we heard the AMA. Harvey, I don't mind what you're saying there, and that's kind of that zoom out thing. You know, you see crow at a price of 20 cents to take some profit there. Beautiful job. Mwah. Chef's kiss, Harvey, to your profit taking on your CRO, and then having the patience to wait. Now you're going to get crow at a 50% discount. Sure, you didn't get it at 7 cents, but now it's sitting at, like, I think 10 cents today. Still getting an incredible discount on that. There's no doubt about it. I wish I could figure out a way to put a comment on this, but I can't actually put a comment in here right now. If somebody wants to copy and paste our BlowFit affiliate link from one of our videos, I would pin that comment, and I'd be grateful, because I'd like to have that link for people to sign up for BlowFin. So Daryl, if you want to do me a favor, I know you're a homie, Daryl. If you want to help me out and go copy one of our BlowFin links, I could pin it to our chat if you want to help me out. But anyway, yeah, that crow deal, guys. You know, we talked about it, and you know, let's talk about this for a second. You know, me and Black Sea, we came out and we talked about this 70 billion token unburn in an unbiased way. Okay. Because well, maybe we are biased because we're holding crow coins, but we talked negatively about this for CRO and for crypto.com for them to do this unburn and just basically seemingly print money out of thin air, right? And we got some criticism for that, which is fine. You know, we're totally open to criticism, but to anybody that was offering criticism when we were talking just objectively about something that objectively anybody should be upset about, especially without any sort of clarity, I was a little shocked. You know, I want everybody to know that, you know, I am a crypto bull. I believe in the future of cryptocurrency, certainly believe in the future of crypto like Bitcoin. And then for crypto.com, they have been just growing and growing and growing. And of course, oh, there's Marty in the chat hooking me up. Appreciate you, Marty. Let's see here. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Marty. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. What a legend. Shout out to Marty in the chat. Thanks, brother. If you guys want to do some trading, you can sign up for BlowFin. I want to have that for you guys there because I know we always get some new folks. And there's a sign-up bonus up to $5,000 when you sign up for BlowFin. But check it out if you want to. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the CRO thing, objectively. And that's exactly what we did. And then when Chris came out with the AMA, like, he didn't do any mind-blowing speeches, and Black Sea and I both have a lot of thoughts on this. He just came out and he said, like, yeah, we're partnered. Well, I don't even know if he talked about the Trump partnership, but the Trump partnership's a big deal. But he came out and said, we've got some huge plans. You can hold me accountable and look at, what happens by March of 2026, which was actually wild for him to say that because there's 4-year cycles. He alluded that maybe the 4-year cycles are dead, which is mind-blowing. That's saying absolutely this time is different. And certainly this time it has been different. We have not had that altcoin season that we've been waiting for. And now I've branched out and got my segue to talk about altcoin season. So let's talk a little bit about that. And if you guys have any questions in the chat, go ahead and post that for me if you want to check it out. If you want to ask me any questions, go ahead and throw that my way. Did that chat pin, guys? Did I pin that chat? Did that work out? Let me know if that. I think it did. I think I pinned it. We're good. Thanks, Marty. Thanks, Daryl. I appreciate you too getting that set up. But let's talk about altcoin season. So when altcoin season comes around, we are going to see a big explosion on some coins that really haven't even done their thing yet. A couple coins that I know a lot of people look at and like to talk about are like Chainlink, or even Cardano hasn't had a tremendous move yet. Did I say VeChain already? Chainlink. I think I'm repeating myself. We could look at things like, I don't know, even little coins like maybe even Zcash, which is actually not a coin I even love, or Litecoin exploding, which Litecoin had actually a nice pump because they became a meme coin at one point, which was funny. But all those other coins out there, folks, that haven't had a tremendous explosion yet, Filecoin, it's a random coin to maybe some of you guys, but to those of you guys that have been around for a while, you've seen Filecoin pump in the past. It's one that just seems to always pump. Once that altcoin season comes around, I think that all those coins are going to have some kind of epic revival. That's my thought. I think they're going to have an epic revival, but when does it actually come? And the answer's pretty simple. You need a Fed rate cut, okay, guys? I think you absolutely need a Fed rate cut, and I think we're going to get it in June. We do have a catalyst coming up that could cause, sheesh, I don't know what wow, the words aren't coming out. Could cause some bearish momentum in the market right after this nice little kind of bullish momentum that we've had. But be careful, because we do have some tariffs that are about to go live on April 2nd? We're April 4th coming. Maybe it's an April Fool's joke, if we're lucky. But we do have some tariffs coming down the pipeline that are actually going to get implemented. And so that could be something that worsens inflation. That could be something that pushes back the Fed pivot. And if the Fed pivot gets pushed back any further, then maybe Chris, during his AMA, who was talking about March 2026, could be onto something, because maybe if we don't get rate cuts till later, we are going to have a delayed pump. Historically, and why I think that the bull market ends, around October-ish of this year, is because historically these bull markets last about 1,050 days, and we just haven't even seen a massive move yet for altcoins. And at 1,060 something days of bull market, we've got about 200 days left. And so, that's why I say October, because, about the end of that timeline would be, September, October. Could we push past that? Well, if the Fed doesn't pivot and we get the Fed pivot later in the year, then possibly, yeah. I mean, we could get a little bit of an extended cycle, and maybe it's a weaker pump, maybe it's a stronger pump, maybe the 4-year cycles are dead, because now we've got governments and countries and everybody embracing crypto. GameStop is putting it on their balance sheets and all these things. And I am death in the chat says, I love when he messes up and improvises. Me? Yeah. Here's the secret. I'm improvising all the time. It's what I do. I improvise. I do research. I find stories and then I talk about them. I talk about them based on my opinions, based on my evaluation of what I'm seeing in the crypto space. And that's exactly what I do for a living with insurance. You know, I talk to strangers and I figure out how to talk to them. So I guess that's what we're doing here as well. But I'm glad you're entertained. I'm glad you're entertained. So I do think we're going to have that kind of altcoin season come in at some point. We do need the Fed rate cut. The Fed rate cut should be in June. Could it get pushed back? It could get pushed back because these tariffs are going live here in just a week or so. And as the Fed has been talking about, it does concern them regarding inflation. And so we've got to keep an eye on that. Right now on YouTube, we have 66 viewers. We have 14 likes. Do me a favor. If you're one of the 63 people watching right now, just tap that like button. I think you just double tap the screen. We're doing one of these vertical streams for you guys today. Because again, for those of you guys just tuning in, I'm at my work. I'm at my office today, just kind of giving you guys a go from the car. You can see my golf shoes and my golf bag because I love golf. I've gotten out twice this year. But those golf shoes are no good anymore. I'll show you guys. Look at this. So I got some golf shoes. I love these golf shoes. You can see they're kind of faded, but the big problem with these golf shoes is, yes, there's grass in there, but see my cleats? The cleats they were great, but once I took out my old cleats and I tried to replace them, yeah, these things are busted, and every time I put in new cleats, they fall out, and it makes me really sad, so I gotta buy some new golf shoes. I'd love to be sponsored for the Crypto Report by some kind of golf brand. Wouldn't that be cool? By the way, I am going to do a golf channel this summer. And so if you like golf and you're an amateur golfer or you just want to, I don't know, watch content from me, Golfing with Kip, I think is the name of the channel. I'll post it on X. But anyway, David Funk says, bring the hair back. Yeah. Should I bring the hair back? Should I bring the hair back? Let's see. I'll put out a poll. Can I put out a poll? I don't know how to put out a poll on remote. Can I put out a poll? Add, start poll, grow, hair, back. All right, let's start the poll. Should I grow my hair back? Are there any voting options even? Yeah, okay, there are. 75% no to start. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of criticism in my family, and they're saying, that I need to grow. Because I'm in sales, like I said, and my family is convinced that nobody's gonna buy anything from me. That I'm bald. Yeah, because I look like a gangster. Apparently, I look like a. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I look like. I'm bald, but I think my family is, I don't know what they have against bald people. I guess we come from a family of good hair, and you're an insult to the bloodline because you don't have any hairs anymore, kid. You got to get your hairs back. So I don't know. I guess I have a kingpin. Oh, jeez. Daryl asking, do you have any AI crypto plays on your radar at the moment? No, this is the same usual suspects. I think that, I don't know, Render or, something else. But Radio Parlesque says, wait till that beard comes in. The beard's fully in. Actually, I trimmed it down all the way to a 3 yesterday. It was much thicker the other day, but I'm not going to do a full beard. David Funk says, good thing you're not selling hair growth products. Well, maybe I could. If I take them and then I grow my hair back, then I could. There you go. So that could happen. That could happen. Smarty says, I don't know. I've always associated folks with slick back hair as those trying to sell me oceanfront property and get my eyebrows trimmed. But these eyebrows, though, that's how we get those expressions, Wow, look at you guys are so kind in this chat. You guys are so kind in this chat. It seems like when I do the vertical streams, there's a lot more interaction with the audience, which is why I actually love these. And then, yeah, it's kind of fun. But wow, what a kind person. You're lovely just the way you are. Appreciate it. Bullpay Ted Hudson says, What's happening with H-bar? We was going well today. Do you have an update, Chief? I don't have an update for you on H-bar, but what I can tell you is this. H-bar is an American-based crypto, and this president is a pro-crypto guy. He just partnered with crypto.com. And I'm going to tell you guys, I think that at some point in 2025, we are going to get no taxes, no capital gains tax, or maybe improved capital gain tax on American-based cryptos. And when that happens, I think H-bar is going to have a lot to gain from something like that coming out. So I am keeping an eye out for that, paying attention to that. And I'm bullish on H-bar. It is something that I am holding, in fact, accumulating that one. So I like H-bar a lot. No other updates. I didn't get a chance to see why it might have been going up today, but when altcoin season comes, H-bar should be one of those pumpers. And if you do get that big news story of no taxes on American-made cryptos, well, then guess what? H-bar is going to rip. Although I'll tell you, I was pretty disappointed with the SEC case and the Ripple lawsuit just going away. We didn't even get an XRP pump, but with that broader market being weak, I'm not super surprised. Rogue Utility 12 says, I have my sister with me. Can you wish her a happy belated beat day? It passed 4 days ago. Hey, Rogue's sister, your brother loves you, or your sister loves you, and happy birthday to you from me, Crypto Kip. I don't know if you know who I am, but I'm a bald guy that does videos on the internet about crypto. And you know what? We love this Rogue guy, and he loves you. So, happy belated. How was that? Was that good? Marty says, warned you all about Jasmine. Might be delisted from Binance. Whoa! Breaking news. Marty, what's the scoop there? I do not have any information on that. I think I got to do a Jasmine video later today. We got to figure that out. What is going on? Brian's talking about Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, I hope that's not a disappointment. It could be good. What's going on with Jasmine, Marty? That's concerning. I've done some videos on Jasmine. I'd be brokenhearted if it came out that was no bueno. That would be a bummer. What's going on there? Good. Yeah, I think I nailed it, Rogue. I think I nailed it for you. So, there you go. Happy birthday. From the bottom of my heart, all right? I mean it. I want to share love, people. I want to share love and happiness and joy. I want to share, ideas to accumulate wealth. I want to encourage you guys to go out and chase your dreams, improve your investments, improve your investment portfolios. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. I'm a guy who loves crypto. I'm a guy who loves investing. I want to get into real estate. I want to do a lot of things, guys. And I want you guys to want to do things with your life as well. And I want you to be happy and enjoy each day. Because in crypto, we can make a ton of money. But when you have that money, are you happy? Are you enjoying your life? And I think that's the most important thing for all of us to keep in mind. You got to find happiness. Okay, guys? And, if you get 100x, that's great. But are you happy? And if you don't, and if you lose everything, you still got to wait, find her happiness. Okay, guys? Because you're going to be okay no matter what, no matter what. And you can really carve a path for yourself in this world. I promise you that. How's it going, Papa? Marty says, talking about Jasmine and some of the problems, saying, my understanding is Binance is holding votes for delisting Jasmine is in second place. A little odd because Binance holds a huge bag, allegedly. Why are they delisting it, though? Why would they delist it, though? And that's crazy to me. Well, that's crazy to me because Binance is huge in Asian countries, and Japan, I think, is where Jasmine's based out of. And so why are they proposing a delisting? I don't know anything about it. Lots of folks upset over it and going to CDC. There you go, CDC back on top. There it is. I think one day you're probably going to see CDC surpass Binance. Maybe not in market cap for the coin because I don't know. A lot of people complain about CRO getting manipulated, but I wouldn't be surprised if Binance is way more manipulated than CRO. But yeah, market's dropping a little bit. No, give me the take. Give me the take, Marty. I like your opinion, and you just helped me out with this comment. So this is a conversation between Crypto Kip and Marty today. We're talking about Jasmine. We're talking about everything. You're all good, Scott. Yeah, we're getting a little dip today. Coffee's already down the gullet, man. We got the coffee in. I've already made like 20 cold calls today. The reason I went into the office, typically I don't go into the office because I make cold calls for a living, actually. I call strangers, and that's what I do. So, I can talk. Okay. So, I came into the office today because we have like these cold calling new hires, and they were doing like a whole cold call day where they're going to cold call from 7 to 7, which is just wild. I'm not doing that at all. But I got in at like 9:30 today, which is, I think, a reasonable time that normal people will actually pick up the phone and have a conversation with you. I'm taking a break now to do a little live stream for you guys. So I'm taking a break from work to work and bring you guys content. And then I'm going to go back right after this. I'm going to make some more cold calls and pump it out. Okay. But yeah, we're having a little bit of a dump today. And I think that, we're just seeing some classic resistance. There's some resistance right now for Bitcoin at the high $88,000 level. We got to get back above 90 something. And we had a nice pump, but we're cooling off right now, back down to like 86 or something like that. Rogue, you're 20, 29. Okay. Very nice. 30 coming up quick. That is a post. Well, I can't click on it. Unfortunately. There's a post from Binance, new delisting mechanism. I can't click it. CZ says everything is going to be okay. Hey, CZ's in the chat. He says everything's going to be okay, so I just take his word for it. You know what I mean? Do you think we'll hit 82K? We could. Where is the price right now? What do we got for the price of Bitcoin right this very second, folks? What are we seeing? Let me know. I'm going to get a piece of gum. So I on a side note, I've got a 6-month-old daughter. I think you guys know that. See you, David. Thanks for hopping in. On a side note, I've got a 6-month-old daughter. I think you know that. I've got Mickey's Playhouse theme song stuck in my head. I've got it stuck in my head. I can't get it out. We don't do Miss Rachel. If you got a kid or you got a nephew or a niece, you know what Miss Rachel is. We don't do it for a variety of reasons, which I'm not going to share with you on this channel, but maybe that just gave you an insight into me. But we do like Teletubbies, and we'll do, Mickey's Playhouse, and we'll do a Little Sesame Street. No, she's okay. Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. It's a little weird to me. Miss Rachel, are you ready? Can you say, Mama? Jeez. Moose clumps? What is that? What is that? Guys, I gotta tell you. Oh, I know she's huge. I know she's huge. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. It's a 50-50 decision, but betwixt me and my wife, we've decided there will be no Miss Rachel. It is weird to watch her do it as an adult, but I'll tell you, Daryl, I love the idea of having a kid's channel, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I could be like, do you see the big red tractor? Like, I don't think I could do that. I don't know if I could. It's hard enough having a YouTube channel for crypto, though it is natural. Can you say pump BTC? Oh, that's good. Elmo's World was good for the kid. Yeah, we like Elmo's World. Harvey, what do you think of Mary getting listed? I think it's cool. I think it's fine. Do you have an update on H-bar? No other updates on H-bar. I saw somebody said H-bar could surpass Ethereum. That would be wild. I don't really see that on my radar, but it could happen. I don't know. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of Ethereum competitors. So Daryl's cracking up good. I'm cracking up too, Daryl. I'm having a good time. Do you see the big green candle? Can you say gains? Repeat after me. Rug pull. Woo! Oh, Blippy. Blippy was huge for my nephew. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's pivot. Let's get back to crypto, folks. Some people are on here like, this is breaking crypto news, and this dude's talking about Blippy and Miss Rachel. Well, we talked a lot about it, crypto news. To recap what we talked about so far, BitBoy's in jail. That's crazy. We talked a little bit about that. We talked about GameStop buying Bitcoin. We talked about Michael Saylor when he passes away, hopefully a long time from now, for his sake. And I don't know. I like him. You know, he's our Bitcoin guy. You know, when he passes away, he's going to retire all his Bitcoin and just burn it, I guess. I guess Jasmine is going to get delisted from Binance, maybe, according to Marty. I still don't have the why. I got to look into that story a little bit more. Papa says, my 10-year-old daughter knows more about crypto than most ever learned about it. Kids are getting smart, man. It's unbelievable. Kids are getting really smart. Jamal says I was Barney and Fred's kid. Yeah, me too, brother. Yeah, Harvey, I don't have any Mary either. Thoughts on Crow? I think that Crow's still doing its thing. It's going to continue to move forward. I think that Crypto.com is going to continue to be a successful exchange. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here's one thing that like, would be crazy if they did it. What if for all the CRO token holders, they gave them like shares? Like if it went public and they gave like Crow coin holders for like loyalty, like shares of the company. Wouldn't that be wild? It'd be really hard to do, but that'd be crazy. Can somebody here sum up the BitBoy case? I didn't follow after he started acting odd. Yeah, the BitBoy case is very simple. Is it simple? Is it simple? He's harassed people. He's been on drugs. He's been harassing his family. I think he's got probably a restraining order against his family at this point, and he's been freaking out in public places like at baseball games for his child, and he had a court date for something, and he missed the court date, and those charges, whatever was against him, just became a felony, and he's spiraling. That's it. Crypto Corner says, Crow gonna fall to 99 cents. Wouldn't that be crazy? Marty says, after digesting the AMA some more, are you feeling any more optimistic? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm more optimistic. I'm not as, you know, it's still like a lingering doubt, right? But I'll tell you, the Trump partnership certainly is good, and it kind of helps alleviate any of the doubts that I might have. I meant to say 9 cents. Yeah, it's probably going back down to 9 cents. Crow falling down to 99 cents. Oh, no. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was a fun stream. I'm going to get back to it. A nice 40-minute-er for you guys with no intro. Kip, if you do get surgery to do hair removal so you don't have to shave your head anymore. No. I'm not going to do that because I want the option to maybe grow it back. I think it'd be fun to be bald as a young man, you know, 30 to 40 or something. And then, you know, my 40s grow it back and everybody like, wow, you look so much younger. Wouldn't that be great? You know, that'll be a fun time. Eventually, I think I will do a hair transplant. But for now, call me Baldy Magoo, okay? Baldy Magoo. Baldy Magoo coin. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'm Crypto Kip. This is a Crypto Report. If you want to do some trading, there's a lot of volatility, guys. I think that we're still got a lot of bull market left. Here's more dips today that you can accumulate. So, you know, check out the link. Is sign up for Blowfin if you want to do some trading. Up to a $5,000 deposit when you sign up. And when you deposit $100 into Blowfin, you get $10 in free XRP. So check that out if you haven't done so. Did we get a final vote on the hair? No, nobody wants me. 71% of people say don't grow that hair back. Is that 71% of you guys, you bald too? Just stay with us, Kip. Stay bald with us. I like it. I enjoy it. Some of my coworkers think I look like a crazy person now. So I'm getting a lot of, but I think it's just shocking to people. Totally different look, no doubt about it. I'm going to check out the Jasmine story. Thanks for it, Marty. Thanks for helping me with that pin chat. BSS, Papa, Jason, Daryl, Sugar Plum. I like that name. Harvey Downing, Jamal, all you guys in the chat, thanks for tuning in. Rogue, happy birthday to your sister again, and Legacy Legendsman, all you guys, CZ, Pepe, and Scott, and all you guys. Brian, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is Crypto Report. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and Papa, you can do it. You can do it if you want. But just know, if you do shave your head bald, it's hard to come back. Because then when you want to grow it back, you look really bald. You look really bald. So that's it, guys. See you next time. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Peace.